tonight. Kansas State at 5-1. Indiana fresh into the rankings at number 25. And
Steady Eddie on the other side. You talk about Tucker DeVries. He's finally healthy. Still gets a lot of inside buckets.
And the tap is won by Reed to a 5-0 start. Their best win against Marquette in a neutral site game. And they go through the back door to open it.
Got an easy layup.
The first basket, what's expected to be with a first deflection. Transition three for Wilkerson. It goes. First true road game for the Kansas State Wildcats. They were just in Kansas City. It's a 1-for-2 start from three.
Wow, way to shoot that one. Splash.
For Kansas State. He's got the perimeter defense on Connerway, who jacks a three and knocks it down. Slow start before they turned it on in the second half. Nate Johnson short on the three. Strapping for the rebound is Connor Enright. And he battles it out. Offensive rebound, DeVries. Put back, no, with grip. K-State, they were slow starters against the Big Ten team. We just saw Nebraska. And there's P.J. Haggerty at 28 points a game for the first time.
Just got a great feel.
He runs into trouble. DeVries with the swipe. Indiana looks to push. Good pass. Bailey is blocked, but a foul called on McGriff. From Connerway early in the year, and we're like, are you teaching those? Are you unteaching those? And then that's 17-15 in the half.
I think it goes by how much of a run the Hoosiers have, and if they can.
Sam Alexis subs into the post for Indiana. We'll monitor that foul trouble for Kansas State.
I was shooting it deep.
Here's the lob. Buka fresh into the game, and he's headed to the free throw line.
Dorian Buka did enough.
Off that Indiana bench that can match the 7'2" size of Buka. Teams on the interior mostly play under 7 feet. The exception is when Buka's out there. Shot fake, gives it up. Trent Sisley drive and kick. Haggerty gambled. Enright steps in and drills it. Right. Blue guy transferred to Paul. That's off for Castillo. Rebound for DeVries. Misfired on a three. Bashir in and out, and it's Kansas State. Could decide this game, and there's a foul on Buka. Picking up his first step. DeVries yet to get going as the shot clock dips down. Alexis takes a look, backs his way. This will be Indiana ball.
Coach, they said I need more touches.
Darren DeVries has been getting some questions about that. Sisley rains in a three. For Indiana, up 17-4.
What a start.
DeVries and Enright take a seat. Peek away. Early turnovers for Kansas State.
Turnovers are definitely hurt.
Hayden Connerway taking a peek at the shot clock. It's at 8. He lets it fire and banks it. They pressure on the wing. Didn't get out on Connerway. Is almost turned over. 3 on the clock. It's out to Haggerty. A deep ball. And off the front rim. Off the books except the one field goal. Big foul there, though. Sam Alexis, his second. Checked by Dorn. A curling Haggerty picked up by Sisley. He ducks in and he took steps. Sound like in here, but the crowd up on this 11-0 run. Bailey is denied. Buka reels it in for Kansas State.
Good rebound by C.J. Jones.
There takes a Kansas State bounce out to Jones. Little shoulder shake, and that's off. Buka. So a 6th Kansas State turnover. And the open out behind the screen. And C.J. Jones, and a foul called on it up. Castillo, 5 to shoot. Down to 4. Castillo's got to go. And that's off. That's
good job by the Wildcats defense. First in transition, they got back to be able to.
Down to 10 on the clock. And that won't sit, but the off. So this Kansas State tempo. It's Johnson. And there's the first field goal in 7 minutes. In transition, Rapiak is all alone off of the steal.
Yeah, did a nice job of being able to still run the offense, but you got to speed them up a little bit.
Well, he had his son Tucker with him at Drake. Larry Bird, player of the last 24 seconds before that timeout. 2 made field goals, more than the last 9.5 for Kansas State. No, about how much he loves this team. And
hasn't found his stroke, and also now 2 fouls.
The 2 headlining guys with quiet starts on offense. Enright saying Indiana ball. Long cross-court skip. C.J. Jones off a shot fake into the body, and he'll have 2 coming at the free.
He's still pump fake. The defender went flying.
Yep. got his first offense come from, and it's starting to swarm for Kansas State.
David Castillo, nice job, and you can see offense is starting to work.
Shot clock works deep again. He got a switch, quick disadvantage, and slides it in, and a foul. Well, Reed Bailey, smart, efficient, offensive player. Got him from David Ari McGriff since the 17:05 mark of this first half with 2 fouls. Johnson, tough one. 3 ball, another deep one. It's short. K-State a 5-0 start before that 1-point loss to Nebraska in Kansas City. Ace Castillo had the stop, and he heads to the free throw line.
Good rebound.
2-point game. Inside 8 to go in this first half. Coming up, back, they play Friday against Purdue. And maybe scout Kansas State has cut this thing to 2 after they trailed by 16. Through the back door, it gets there from DeVries. And DeVries both with 2 fouls. Still no return from McGriff for Kansas State. And there's Haggerty with his second back deflection. Johnson and a strap for it. It's Alexis that gets there. And a foul called. Montverde Academy. A sweep to the baseline and a foul called as Wilkerson heads.
Wilkerson didn't shoot the 3, didn't settle, understood the defender and drove it. He's knocked down some shots. He has good size, and he is not bashful at all.
He knows the bright lane through contact. It'll be a fascinating matchup to watch. That's fumbled and out off of Wilkerson. Back to the Wild. Who's that guy? 80s, 90s. Just bothered him.
Whoa, this is deep.
That is deep. Rebound.
You guys love when they were on my team. Didn't like playing against them.
There's Haggerty. No.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job.
Well, Bashir hasn't gotten first half turnovers for Kansas State, and Indiana gives it right back. Here's Haggerty up above the pack. Off a There's Ball State now. Down into the short corner, and a foul. Haggerty and Castillo back. And the front end earns him a second. Fans reignite as the Hoosiers go back down on defense. It's Haggerty powering in off the front rim. And Kansas State away with it, pushing it with Castillo. Who's it off of? It's off of Indiana. Attack, but it's another turnover. 6.6 turnovers for Haggerty. They've made life tough. And a hit one from out there with Wilkerson. Into it, and Rapiak asked him to sit down.
I mean, great
guy. 3, Enright. He got another. The freshman, Kostic, can't stop it. Here comes DeVries. And Johnson keeps him hungry by Ike Garuka.
Yep.
Forced him to travel.
He did. Just being able to come out and understood that, yes.
Yeah. Galway, Ireland is where the final 2 minutes of this half. The spin, the turn, the long hook, no, and a lot. Sisley has only been to the line twice this year, doesn't have a make until now.
Christmas is coming.
Yeah, a lot of talent out of there this time of year. There's an offensive rebound. Piak fighting for it, goes back to Kansas State. 5-0 start, and a 1-point loss in Kansas City. And there's another turnover.
Really hurt them in the first half.
The first 3 games for Mark for the first 20. It's another 3 for Enright. And it doesn't drop. And rebound. Indiana can go 2 for 1 if they work quickly. Wilkerson has it knocked out. Stay down here. It's been more of that. And now that 2 for 1 chance out of the window. But a backdoor cut and a beautiful look for Bailey. In the first half, Castillo takes Sisley. He gets to the rim, can't finish the follow-up. Will it count? His season high was 5 in the opener against UNCG, and lead for Indiana as Enright and Haggerty come together. And Enright is called for his second foul. Season high 7 points in the first half. Can't get it to Haggerty. Trying to get Bashir going. Kansas State gives it up. McGriff. And he's into the books after foul trouble. He's 12 points a game. Here's Bailey, and a crashing Bashir is called for the block. Big hit he took. It's the free throw. Got to the free throw line a bunch when he was at Davidson. Led the A-10 and getting to the line, and he's it on the deck. It's Enright, and DeVries picks it up, and he is fouled.
Plays.
Connerway sneaks past McGriff, who didn't want to give a third foul.
That's the intensity of the Hoosiers defense. Just trying to.
Ike Garuka back in. Galway, Ireland native.
Haggerty, they need him right now.
Connerway, and instant impact for Ike Garuka, but they start the second half hot. And it's a three-point play for Reed Bailey. The top guy on everybody's got him. And they clear it back out into the half court. Can't buy one right now. Bailey skies to get it. And bumps back into McGriff. And
Reed Bailey, first to catch. Said, okay, one-on-one down here. It's me versus you.
Been loud tonight. C.J. Jones in the game. He's on the cross on DeVries and a nice runner. The other way for Connerway. 2 threes tonight, and they have 16 turnovers and almost another one with Connerway down
to their offense, get them a good shot.
Well, that's the big struggle, right? Incarnate Word a few games ago. Here's a three, and they finally get one from Bashir. Those were his first points. DeVries, another setup. Three is off. Some of that balance to lead Kansas State. Castillo back to the rim. It wouldn't sit for him. And you can tell it means something to him to play here. He's rolling to the rim. Connerway, flat-footed. Can't book it. And about over. Tucker DeVries is saying, you're in my way.
You get PJ going a little bit. Get to that free throw line. They're down 19. Still a lot of time.
Well, it's interesting with him, right? It's an interesting profile because the number.
It's been shooting extremely well. A little rattled in this game. Still got a lot of time to make an impact.
And shoves it back out. 10 on the clock for Enright. Dancing baseline. A diving DeVries for 2. Up before as C.J. Jones hits his first 3 of the season. 4 of 10 on the night. 3 ball. Wilkerson splashes it down. That's his 3rd foul. So he'll take a seat. The boos you heard, the crowd saw it on the video board, and Haggerty weaves through. Lots of resistance there. Fire again. He just hit one. And he goes inside and draws the 6th team foul against K-State. And tight. And Dorn draws a whistle.
Average this year, but 44% from 3. First 3 games, as you can see.
But they struggle, in the words of Darren DeVries. In the second in, no bounce, but a follow-up for Rapiak.
PJ Haggerty.
And the Indiana lead is 18. It's Bailey left alone. Kostic, he leaves his feet, leaves it for Jones, who's got another.
C.J. Jones is
1976, undefeated Indiana Hoosiers, celebrating 50 years of that championship team this year. He also said, don't say this too loudly, but I did grow up a Kentucky fan. Here's Haggerty, wow. And Haggerty and Enright have been trading shots all night.
This one, look at this.
It's on Haggerty, his 2nd.
Night for him, but he's steady getting downhill.
The front end missed. Now out in the high post, they get it into him. Haggerty through the back door. That was a tight window to get that pass in.
It was.
Just couldn't get it in. It's Enright. He shot it well from 3 tonight. And a foul. I guess when you got PJ Haggerty going back just his attempts at the foul line. It's Lamar Wilkerson's 2nd. Indiana up to 5.5. Checked by the pesky Enright. Gets Wilkerson down, steps back on him, and he's found.
He just ran and was determined to go get this one. Reed Bailey back to the line again.
Heels a part of the foot.
Yes. That's a big-time pick. They ran the pick and roll.
Well, Haggerty and Enright come together again. DeVries can't break free off the bounce. It's Connerway and an offensive foul against the Hoosiers.
This play.
Haggerty kicks it out. It's a 3 for Johnson. It's a different defender on Haggerty, and he goes to work against Wilkerson. And Bashir have had to grind for it. It's a 7-0 K-State run. Connerway on the drive. He's fouled. And just ahead of the under 8. It's Haggerty. With K-State heating up from outside. And the whip is out of bounds. Indiana turnover. Chance to get it back. Big money. He's on some NBA radars. And Haggerty on the tough one. Out. And nobody home, but it's saved by Jones. 5 on the shot clock. He hangs and got resistance, and DeVries
is non-stop into
Jones. Steps through. Hands are there for Connerway. He's up ahead. Johnson fouls him.
Right now they're going to smaller lineup, trying to generate a little bit more offense.
Haggerty, drive and kick. Johnson the extra one. Jones can't stay hot, and it's cleared off. And Sisley is there again, and he taps this one out. Here's Haggerty, and he's checked. And Kansas State is into the bonus.
Putting a lot of pressure on the Hoosiers defense.
Third free throw attempt of the night. A guy that gets there 9 times a game has been held off the free throw. And late shot clock again. Sisley in double figures tonight. Wraps all the way around and scoops it. It's Connerway on Haggerty. The other 2 guys guarding him at 4 fouls. Runner, Jones, short, Alexis, rebound.
Had the angle, had the step. Just couldn't finish.
You have 23 on the year. Shooting the double. And his first is
Lions on Thanksgiving. We need this one.
You and John had outside Rapiak. Kansas State has stayed in good. 3 Wildcats in double figures and adds another at the free throw line. Haggerty and Jones, the other 2. Indiana. Castillo steps in. Doesn't bury it. It's tapped out. Haggerty over at the scores table is on the side. Hoosiers have led all night. And Kansas State got it back as close as 2. Connerway waits until 10 on the shot clock to get started. And right, dribble drive, foul, and double bonus time. They have a gauntlet coming in early December after their game against Bethune-Cookman this weekend. Between 2 Big Ten games with Louisville and Kentucky.
And the schedule is starting to heat up for the Hoosiers.
And scores it on Bailey.
Very nasty because he crossed Trent Sisley out of his shoe.
Have to step out. It's been his second best scoring night of his early career for the Hoosiers. At 15. And he'll swing it back out to stall a little bit for the Hoosiers. They can watch it go all the way down to 4 minutes. Efficiently from 3. The volume hasn't been there. 40% on 6 of 15. Kostic, baseline drive, and he stops. Now he's out to set it. Got it tapped free, and DeVries nails the 3. Well, early in the second half to score, but his balance around him has helped and his rebounding.
He's played a game.
Hold it inside half court, let the clock wind. Now to work with 10 seconds, and a dunk is off the back of the rim. I think he was dropping the hammer. Here's DeVries, cradles it and scores in traffic. No dunk attempt this trip in for Connerway instead. Johnson, drive, kick, Castillo, put it back on the ground. DeVries is calling for a travel. And, 10 call. All right. And Connerway was a little too slow.
Yeah, he was smiling.
Capped it with a win here at Assembly Hall against North Carolina on a 7-0 start. Enright was... We're seeing this more and more in college basketball. Regulars in the game. Deeper down the bench, getting loose as DeVries has it slapped away and back to Kansas State. Taj Manning is into the game for Kansas State. North Florida. He goes to work. 5 on the clock. It's a 3, and it's short. And it's the Hoosiers to 6-0 for the first time in 3 years. 86-69.